Welcome to Great Day at 9A. I'm Scott Haney.
And I'm Nicole Nalepa. How you doing?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. Halfway through the work week, and we're still dealing with these floodwaters.
Oh, I know. They're going to recede, though, over the course of the next couple of days. So we're talking about the Connecticut River. It's probably already receding in the northern portions of the river, and then by the southern portions of the river from Middletown further south, that'll start receding tomorrow. The Housatonic River is getting better, so it's getting better, but unfortunately we have more rain in the forecast.
Oh, man.
You want to talk weather?
Yeah, let's talk weather. I think we should.
All right, we've gone ahead and issued an early warning weather alert for Friday. Not today, not tomorrow, but Friday. Showers and storms are likely. The rain could be heavy at times. Unfortunately, we're going to renew that flooding threat. Poor drainage flooding, flash flooding, river flooding, the whole 9 yards with moderate to heavy rainfall embedded with thunderstorms for Friday. Now, that's not to say that we can't see an isolated shower today or tomorrow, but nonetheless, Friday is the day of greater concern. We have got the river flood warnings up for you. Again, the Connecticut River that we just talked about and the Housatonic. And as we take a look at our early warning dual pole radar, we are dry, thank goodness. Our early warning futurecast, for the most part, this is right around 5 p.m. You'll notice just a little scattered shower activity to the north and west, but watch as it moves into Connecticut, it fizzles. So again, most towns stay dry during the day today. Rinse and repeat tomorrow. I think tomorrow will feature a little bit more in the way of cloud coverage than today. And then again, those pop-up storms developing late afternoon into the early evening. All right, so for the rest of today, get ready for a hot one. 90s inland, 90 at the shoreline with partly to mostly sunny skies. And I'll have your 3-day forecast coming up a little bit later on in the broadcast. All
right, well, speaking of those flood waters, as you were mentioning, Scott, they are starting to go back down today, even though the water is actually still rising right now in some spots. And NOAA predicts that the river level will crest at 23 feet. In East Hartford here, where you're taking a look at this video, that rise means some roads are still shut down. And look at Great River Park is still underwater. That's the parking lot there. Isn't that crazy?
Not good. No, don't park your car there. And this is what you really got to be concerned about.
Boaters also have to be so cautious because this debris, see those, it looks like a twig in some situations, but it actually could be a part of a massive tree. This is what's floating in the river, folks. We just want you to be safe. Please, please, please be extra cautious if you have to head out.
It's unfortunate.
I know. And then Vermont remains under a state of emergency this morning after record amounts of rainfall turned roads literally into rivers and put whole towns underwater. The
catastrophic damage destroyed thousands of homes and businesses there. Boil orders are still in effect. We sent Channel 3's Eyewitness News' reporter Dylan Fearon to Ludlow, where Okemo Mountain is, to see how people are doing.
I'm Dylan Fearon in Ludlow, Vermont. This is what people in this great town are waking up to this morning. Power lines down, their backyards flooded, businesses destroyed, garages ruined. This place is a danger zone, and so is Okemo Mountain. We've been up and down this community for the last day. People have a great attitude. They say, Dylan, this was Mother Nature. There's nothing we could have done. The only thing we can do now is get to work and fix this injured community.
All right, and that was Dylan Fearon reporting from Ludlow, Vermont. All that rain and flooding may be negatively impacting your beach plans today, too, back here in Connecticut.
Yeah, lots of families are looking at a way to escape the heat, but popular swimming spots are closed for the next week because of storms. The list of places where you can swim includes where you can't swim, includes Rocky Neck State Park. It's one of 5 state parks where the water tested positive for potentially dangerous bacteria, and now swimming is not allowed. Indian Wells State Park is also on the list. DEEP will retest the water every 24 hours.
And we have the full list on the Channel 3 app of those parks.
Yeah, and, Hector Molina was there last night after the lifeguards had left. The lifeguards are doing a good job of keeping people out of the water, but as soon as those lifeguards left their shift, those people went in the water. You don't want to be swimming in that water, trust me.
No, it literally can make you sick.
It can make you sick.
Yeah, like there's a reason why they're closing it. So, please heed to those warnings and the closures. We don't want anyone to get sick.
I don't want to be swimming in that water.
Me neither.
Yeah, just wait.
I mean, maybe go get a hose.
Go get a hose. That's a good idea, Nicole.
Look up the splash pads.
Hook up the splash pad, exactly. Go to one of the. Go to lake compounds. Go to Quasi.
Yeah, don't wade in the bacteria. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's a good idea.
And there are signs posted, by the way, at those local parks or any other local parks affected. And they retest that water every 24 hours. They'll be updating the results of that, and you can always see those updated results as well on the Channel 3 app. We have a link to the state website.
All right. A library in Old Lyme has rejected an attempt to get 2 sex ed books removed from the shelves.
So board members members at Phoebe Griffin Noya's library made the call last night. The library received letters signed by more than 100 people expressing concerns over the content in the books You Know Sex and Let's Talk About It. They reviewed both books, and in a statement from the library, they decided that the content was appropriate for the age group and encouraged any parent who might have an issue to come to the library with their child. And just a full quote on encouraging their parents to come with a child. They said, quote, young people must be middle school age to visit the library unaccompanied, and parents should assume unaccompanied youth have full access to the library and all of its collections, including the adult collections. Limiting access to content is the responsibility of the parent, and if you feel you need to accompany your child to the library or any particular collection, we welcome and encourage your presence, unquote.
All right. Did you ever get to talk about?
So, back in the day,
I remember back in the day.
we actually had a program through our school
So
in
did we.
elementary. You did too, Lamo?
It was, I don't know if it was Lamo, but it was.
Oh, we called it
was
Lamo.
I called it a whammo because I was not expecting it. I was like, whoa. But the thing is, my father had to work that day, so I had to go with Andy Morgan and his father
To the
sex ed talk.
Where was your mom?
It was guys only. You know, it was like
you're
father,
right.
father,
That's right.
son.
They took the men into one room and the women to
into the other
another.
room.
I do remember that. So both my parents actually came because I remember it was like 6 or 7 o'clock at night.
Right.
But I appreciate that.
Yes.
That was a nice controlled setting where the parents were in on it. It was in a school setting too.
I completely agree with you. But
Yeah.
they, you know, you're supposed to feel, you know, your father's Adam's apple and glands and get these things. And I was not touching Mr. Morgan. I got to be honest with you.
I can understand why
I was
you
like,
felt
where's
a
my
little
own father?
uncomfortable.
All right.
Adam, where are you?
Adam.
Eve?
Eve, let's go.
All right, well, East Hampton finally has a town and school board budget. Congratulations, East Hampton.
Residents approved both in a new vote yesterday. This was the second time they had to vote, and after the deal came after months of debate. The school board will get an additional $250,000 to save the jobs of 5 teachers as well as additional school staff. You can find more out about this vote as well as other links to other town elections and information on the Channel 3 app and on our website, WFSB.com.
That's nice that that's all settled, right?
Thank
With all
goodness
the voting
gracious.
That they did.
My goodness gracious.
And yesterday we told you all about the main stage entertainment for this year's Durham Fair in September, except our intrepid producer, Becky, forgot. Well, she wrote this in the line. She said she forgot how to count, but I say that she's a very busy lady, and sometimes we all make mistakes with dates. She wrote August 22nd, 23rd, and 24th on the graphic with the information.
Yeah, we just wanted to make sure that you saw all the correct dates. It's September 22nd, 23rd, and 24th this year. Laura and Elena on Friday, Rick Springfield with Jesse's Girl on Saturday, and Lee Greenwood on Sunday. As one of our viewers pointed out, there might be some disappointment people at the fairgrounds if they show up in August.
So
Absolutely.
We set you right.
Do you see this fly? It's got TWA written on it, and it's in the studio. It just landed, and passengers are getting off of it. I mean, that's how big this thing is.
Oh my gosh.